Well, I've had a rubbish night's sleep. Um, this whole process, obviously this is quite enlightening really, but this whole process invokes a lot of emotion. Obviously you have the, yes, I'm going to Greece! And then you've got the, oh Lord, I'm going to Greece. How am I going to be good enough? And then you also get the, how am I going to afford to go to Greece? This isn't a cheap process. There's no funding as such. You know, there is a package that you buy basically, and it's not cheap. With that in mind, I'm looking at trying to raise funds. I'm going to try and raise some funds for our club's part of the squad. That seems a little bit wrong because we're not, you know, we're not going out there as Young Gloves Karate. We're going out there as the England squad, the England team, and that is, I haven't actually counted how many people it is. Around about 50 people. It's a lot of people. I've got to be honest, that is too much for me to try and raise funding for 50 people. I can't do that. What I can try and do is try and help us as the club element of it, the 8 people from our club who are going, to try and raise some funds. And I would obviously encourage and hope that the other clubs within the squad will do the same sort of thing. It makes sense. You know the people who are going with you. You can actually talk to them frequently and so on, and also you can keep it. You can obviously, you want to work nationally to some extent as well, but you can approach local companies to try and help you. In addition to that, I'll be honest, I'm going to try and raise funds for just me, because you know, some things, if I go to a local company and say, could you sponsor 8 of us, they're going to go, no, not really, that's too much money. If I go and say, can you sponsor me, they might be able to find £100, £200, maybe even a little bit more. Get a logo on the t-shirt or tracksuit or whatever, and they might go for that, and that helps me out. And again, I shall encourage others to do the same thing and help them with that if I can, give them any pointers and things like that. The other good thing is that because I live actually a decent enough distance from the rest of the entire squad, actually the entire England squad, I think, I can approach local companies without tripping over anybody else. You know, we don't want to bombard these companies, and equally I don't want to scupper somebody else and double them to scupper me. So that's quite good. And actually, I think I've actually secured my first bit of sponsorship last night. There was some alcohol involved in the conversation, so I don't know for certain that that's definitely on, but I'm hoping that's going to happen. So hopefully I've got a first little bit of sponsorship there. The one thing is we're not allowed to carry any sponsorship on the gis, as in the karate suit that we compete in. You're only allowed to have an England squad badge on their roundel or whatever they provide us with. That's the only thing you can have on there. We can't even have our own club, you know, logos on there. So, but certainly we can have things on the tracksuits and t-shirts. So obviously, yes, it'd be great if individuals, shot me £5, £10, £20 here and there. That would be fantastic, of course. But mostly what I'm hoping is I can try and get some businesses on board. It doesn't take many businesses to throw a little bit of money our way or my way, and it covers the cost. So anyway, that's today's thought. I'm hoping that by A, I'm trying to just get this all across to you anyway, but B, I'm also hoping that by actually getting this out there and recording it, hopefully my brain can have a little bit of a rest tonight when I go to bed, and I can get a decent night's sleep. So there we go. Anyway, that's today's thought. So that was recorded a few months ago, as I said, labelled. Quite a lot has changed, I guess. Obviously nothing's changed in the sense of, yes, still going to Greece, yes, World Championships, yes, fabulous. We've been doing lots of training, which so you can see in this video as well. This video is always meant to be about support, basically, not just financial, financial obviously, but not just financial. Yeah, in terms of a lot of what I said in that first video, the sponsorship hasn't really come forward very much. I thought I had two businesses, local businesses, or friends of mine who ran businesses who were going to sponsor me. That hasn't materialised. Not going to push it. Ultimately, I was only ever looking for fairly small figures, and certainly the last thing I would want to do would be to have any problems in friendships and things like that. But it just hasn't materialised, and I'm not that pushy a person in that sort of way. I did set up the crowdfunding page. I did contact local businesses. Not one local business to me could or would support me. Many just ignored me altogether, which is a bit of a shame, so they ignored my correspondence. Some did come back and say, really sorry, we can't do it. It's a shame, but that you know, I appreciate them coming back to me and being honest. The people who just ignore you, I kind of think that's bad. If I was a customer contacting you, I'm sure you wanted to spend money with you, I'm sure you'd reply to me. But anyway, it is what it is. So off the crowdfunding page and me sort of putting things out publicly in a local environment, three individuals actually, who I think all remained anonymous actually, or certainly one or two did. They threw £20 my way between them, which was fantastic. It's lovely. £20. It goes some distance. It doesn't sound like a lot, but you know, things like where I said about you can't have club things on your equipment. Even my mitts. I've had to buy new mitts because these have got our club name on. £15 for a new pair of mitts. So those people have paid for those, and you know, £5 over for something else. So it's fantastic. We had a fundraising day with our club to raise money for us as a group. That raised £48 each, I think it was. Again, can't grumble at that. That's not too bad. You know, I've had to buy new mitts. I've had to buy new shin pads, shin and foot pads. I've had to buy a new gi. New gi is £115. You know, it's an expensive business. You know, I talked about the total costs of it, and just looking at my phone here because I have the list in front of me. The total cost, everything, and again, remember, this isn't. There's no spending money involved in this. This is what it's actually costing me to go to Greece, including changing equipment or buying new equipment as well and everything else. £2,202.76. That's a lot of money. So obviously we could take £48 off that for money we raised for the club, and also £20 for what I sponsored personally. So that's, you know, that brings it down a little bit. We also, as you can see, I'm sporting my tracksuit top, and you can see we've got Trueline products. They have been really generous to us. They are a relatively local company. They're a local company to our club, and they have really, really kindly basically paid for tracksuits and t-shirts for all of us. So that's about £100 for that. That's fantastic. So we said, great, we'll put your name on tracksuit, and I think on the t-shirt it's on the sleeve. Fabulous, really kind of them. We've also been donated these Super Sparrow sort of flask type bottles, water bottles. I gave mine a bit of a test run last night, and to be fair, this isn't advertising as such, but it's brilliant, it's really good. Even when I got home, that's 3 hours after I put the water in there, it was still properly cold. So really generous of them for sending us those, and certainly going to be useful in a warmer environment. So yeah, things haven't panned out the way I thought they would. financially, I basically, I'm paying for virtually the whole lot. I'm paying over £2,000 out of my own pocket, but of course, it's for my benefit, isn't it? I'm the one who's going. I'm the one who's going to compete and try and win something. So there's no complaint there, but certainly it wasn't. It didn't pan out the way I hoped it would do financially. But support is about so much more than that. Very much more than that. It's there's the England squad itself, and well, this is the thing that I've got so many tears to run through here. This video is going to be forever long and just me whittling at a camera, which is not what I really wanted. But I've got the guys at Young Gloves. Say guys, the guys and girls at Young Gloves. The people who are competing with me. Sensei Justin, obviously, but also the others in the club as well who are helping me and the others. They're all helping us, and we're all helping each other. And the support within the club and within the squad has been absolutely fantastic, and always is fantastic. It's brilliant. Then we have the England squad, and again, we sort of a bit the outsiders to the rest of the WKU guys. We're not sort of part of the WKU family as such, so we are sort of feeling our way a little bit. But they've been so welcoming, and there are obviously certain individuals who are particularly welcoming and particularly helpful, encouraging, positive, trying to get me past my imposter syndrome, giving me and the others obviously tips. Maybe don't do that. Definitely do this. That bit's really good. Play to that strength. Loads of hints and loads of tips. Fantastic. There's family, obviously. My family has been absolutely brilliant. They can't really support me financially, and they can't come out there. But the support I'm getting from them, so even then, positivity. You've been picked for a reason. You must be, you must be all right, because I have got this huge imposter syndrome over this, and I've got to get past that. And don't get me wrong, I will go out all guns blazing, no matter who is put in front of me on the mat. I will fight as hard as I can. I will be determined to beat them. I struggle to, I have massive respect for all my opponents and for their skills, and I think I will be outskilled, very much so. But nevertheless, I'm never going to let them win easy. So, yes, I have huge imposter syndrome. No, I am not just going to go, I can't win this. Not even worth trying. I will give it my all, always. Particular thanks to Helen. I have to say it, because she'll beat me up. No, I have to say it because, my goodness, the woman at the moment is a karate widow. All I talk about almost, and all I do in my spare time pretty much, is karate. And I really feel for her with that. We've just got married, and almost as soon as that, we've been away, but almost as soon as that was done, it's focus karate. And I don't ever want her to feel like, us getting married was unimportant and karate is more important, because that's absolutely not the case. But it's just that I obviously I had to put my focus on one thing. Now I've got to put my focus on this. When this is done, there's other things that I need to focus on. And I've very much got to compartmentalise everything and just be very driven in each individual direction at the moment. So hopefully it's all going to calm down a little bit after Greece, and she won't be a karate widow anymore. But the support, obviously, she's coming with me, which is brilliant. Her work, I know that she's not going to have the best time out there. It's not going to be like a very good holiday for her. But she's doing it for me, and she's by my side and with me every step of the way. So huge thanks to her. I have to thank, obviously, Little Blurry, because she helps me an awful lot. She, picks out things. Again, she will constructively criticise me and things like that. So really fabulous the way she does that, and she's a real help to me. And then friends as well. Just honestly, everybody is so supportive, and this is what's really key to the whole thing. And this is what means so much to me. I want to do well, obviously, for me, of course, but I want to do well for everybody else. I don't want to let them down, and I want to try and reward all the support I've had. And all I can say is to everybody who's helping me on this journey, I really will try my absolute best, and I hope that I can come back with something. But if I don't, then, well, I'll have to go for it next year and the year after that, or whatever, you know, if if finances allow, and if I get picked, because I may not do. So we'll see what happens anyway. But basically, this video is it started out probably seeming like a bit of a begging video, and actually what it really is a thank you to everybody who is behind me and alongside me, and my, you know, my fellow competitors as well, of course. But you know, really genuinely thanks. Thanks to you all. You're all pretty fantastic, to be honest. Not thanks to my dogs, because they're useless, as you can see. They just do nothing. Shadow used to be karate dog. He used to help me train. He just sleeps and fights Sky. So I should cut them out, really. They don't deserve to be here.